Oh man. All right. You you guys actually care about this game? I'll be real with you, okay? I'm not going to talk about this game. I'm not going to talk about this game. I can care less. Another reason why I'm not really going to talk about it because I was in and out of sleep. I was really sleepy. So like I fell asleep, I started watching, fell asleep, started watching, fell asleep. Yeah, I wasn't really invested. I did watch the entire first quarter though. That was pretty nice. All right, but yeah, I can't actually, you know. Yeah, anyways. Wasn't really paying attention. But Memphis Grizzlies they beat us. Oof. What's the record now? I feel like they beat us like the last 4 years. There was a game tonight. Wake me on Wednesday. That's how everyone feels. G Money. Hey, G Money's in here. Hey, G Money. We're gonna make G Money a fan, y'all. Where you guys at in the standings? The Spurs? We're like 12th, I think. Aren't we like 12th, y'all? I think Spurs are like 12th. 10th? Okay, we're 10th. 12th? We're 12th. That's how impressionable I am to my chat. I literally just go with what they say. This isn't even my channel anymore. We're 12th, 10th. Someone else got anything? If someone say 11th, that's fine. Chris corrected himself. He says 12. So yeah, we're 12th. So yeah. Yeah, G Money is pretty. I mean, it. Going for flag tank? No, I mean that is not a tank. No, that is not a tank. Yeah, this is not a tank. The Spurs been losing quite a bit lately. Yeah, the last 10 games, 3-7. But we were hanging around this area right here. This is not a tank. We're basically close to 500. No, the tankers are really tanking, but the Spurs aren't. That's not necessarily a tank. We also, any given night, we could beat anybody. It just depends on how we're playing, specifically offensively. But yeah, it's no big deal. Spurs got way more. I mean, we only had 22 wins last season. We're already at 21, so they're much better than they were last season. But I truly am bought into the addition of Fox, and I'm assuming that another addition is going to be here. That the Spurs will be in the play-in and probably end up making the playoffs. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Gonna get rolling. This road trip is going to be rough. Y'all got DeJounte Murray in the trade, so y'all tanking? Oh, you mean Fox? Wait. Same player base? G Money. Yikes. What a terrible take, man. Come on, G Money. That's a terrible take, my guy. That's a terrible take. DeJounte Murray's I won't say he's a horrible player. DeJounte Murray isn't a good player, really. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not a... How do I explain this, guys? He doesn't bring a lot of gravity at all. You going to see, bro? Fox is not... Attitude alone, he's better than DeJounte Murray. You got G-Money, you got to keep in mind, bro, you are a Kings fan. You are a Kings fan, bro. It doesn't matter who the Kings get. They screw it up. Everybody they draft, they screw it up. They screw up the draft, and the guys that they do get, they screw it up. They get nothing out of it. They always lose. It's it's kind of like what DeJounte Murray said. You know, it's bigger than basketball. Okay, it's the system over there in the Kings. You just can't blame one player. But I mean, at the end of the day, You can say what you want. Fox is a top 20 player in the NBA. Easily top 20 player in the NBA. The best thing about the Fox trade is I get to see Vassell's shots attempts go down. I get to see Vassell's shot attempts go down. Dude's a joke. I don't get the joke. I don't get the joke. Thanks for the super chat, though. I just don't get the joke. I get to see Vassell's shot attempts go down. I don't get it. It's like going over my head. Vassell is the joke? Vassell is the joke, I think. The best thing about the Fox trade is I get to see Vassell's shot attempts go down. Like I don't get it. Because he's bad? Takes too many shots? I don't know, man. G-Money, y'all was hype yesterday. What happened? G-Money, Fox hasn't played, bro. My man, you came in here like immediately ready to hate. Fox hasn't played, bro. Fox won't play until Wednesday. Oh my gosh. You legit came in here like, you guys were hyped. Yeah, we're hyped today. Are you kidding? I'm extraordinarily hyped. We could lose the rest of our games for the remainder of the season. I won't say that. We got to win at least 10. I want at least 10 more wins than last season. But yeah, so no, you can win like 12 of your last games, and I'm still hyped for this team. Are you joking? Fox isn't the only moving piece here. The Spurs got draft capital. They have cap space. They have so many different avenues to make this team better. Fox only improves that. He only increases that. Flag tank. You can possibly get flag. We got Atlanta Hawks pick, and Atlanta Hawks are awful. Fox number 4. Yeah, he took on the number because his wife. That was her number when she played for Texas. Yeah, he didn't even play, bro. You came in here like, oh, you guys were. We didn't even get him. He hasn't even played. It's they assuming that he'll play on Wednesday though, so that'll be cool. We're still we're super happy. Clan, you slow. Vassell is the joke. Clan, you slow. I still don't get the joke. The best thing about the Fox trade, can someone just break this down? The best thing about the Fox trade is I get to see Vassell's shot attempts go down. Dude's a joke. I don't get it. Wait, Vassell shot, because when I hear shot attempts go down, I hear he's making his shot attempts. I don't get it. Fox really sucked tonight. Yeah, Fox has 0 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 and 0 minutes. We have a win on Wednesday against the Hawks. It is so nice that we get to play the Hawks. His first game is against the Hawks. That's so nice. Vassell is shooting too much and only converts 31% of in the last 6 games. Ooh, that's bad. Vassell proving that he ain't even a third option on a contender. He has 1 good game followed by 5 bad ones. Rinse and repeat. I still think Vassell's a third option, guys. He hasn't really been able to be a third option, so we don't know that. You say he's definitely a 4th option? Vassell's a 4th option is a really good option. I think it really comes down to how good your 2nd option is, you know? We'll see. I'm willing to give Vassell a little bit of breathing room here. Because I do know how talented he is. He's just not a 2nd guy right now, you know? And that's okay. Trade for sale. I'm okay with that, but don't trade just for the sake of trading. Like, you gotta keep in mind what the Spurs just did. Like, they got rid of nobody to get De'Aaron Fox. Like, literally nobody. The Kings got absolutely fleeced, and so did the Chicago Bulls. They got nothing for it. Maybe you could say Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, I mean, that's a decent pick up or whatnot. But, like, yeah. Hold on, let me show you something. Let me see if I can find it. It's something crazy. Is it this one? Might have to ask my... Because I got this... I got a stat from my friend here. See if I can find it. Is this it? This doesn't. All right, let's see if I can. I have to. Oh, okay, they got it in order. I just have to scroll down. Let's see. All right. So this is pretty cool. All right. So I came across this website, and it basically, and I wish it was updated. I wish it was updated up to today. So this almost a month ago. But basically, just look at the percentile ratings of rankings of players, right? You guys want to look through it? Yes. You have to give me some names, and we can take a look at that, just out of curiosity. Now, obviously, a lot of this is going to come down to the team that you play for as well. But, I mean, nonetheless, Devin. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll just do it right now. We'll make it a segment. Why not? All right. That is fine. We can make it a segment. Yeah. So, like I said, this is a website that looks at the NBA percentiles compared to your peers. Now, there's a lot of context here. So, all right, let's see what we want. You guys said Devin. We're gonna start with Devin. Devin Vassell. Let's see here. All right. Here he is. All right. So, as far as scoring, he's in the 69.5 percentile. So about 30% of people better than him in that category. Free throws, 46%. Usage rate, 75%. Tile, assists, 61%. Turnover, 64%. It seems pretty mid. Yeah, everything seems pretty mid, honestly. Overall, 35.9 percentile. Pretty mid. I can see that. He said Keldon Johnson. Let's see. Keldon Johnson has a better percentile. This is where it gets a little shaky, because you got the turnovers here with 96% percentile there. Maybe more so due to the fact that he's not handling the ball as much. But scoring, 64%. True shooting, 30%. Usage 61%. Overall 29.7 percentile. Very mid. I mean, both pretty mid. I mean, this is worse, but you know, Keldon also mid. Yeah, this is worse though. This is undoubtedly worse. Defense 22 percentile overall, so not good. You guys mentioned Sohan. Let's see. Pretty nice. Let's see. Scoring 54 percentile, which, you know, we're not expecting him to score a lot. True shooting percentage, pretty doggone good. 62 percentile. Usage 53 percentile. Free throw attempt frequency. Let's see. Let's just look at overall. Overall 55 percentile. 55.6 percentile. So not bad, especially a season where you experience quite a few injuries, and yeah, it is what it is. You're in and out of the lineup. Oh, Sohan above average. Yeah. Of course, Sohan's above average. Come on, guys. Bronny. Okay, now don't be. Come on. Let's see. Where is it? I don't think Bronny's on here. They don't have Bronny on here. Yeah, get real. Want to do Wemby? All right, let's do Wemby. Wemby should be pretty doggone high, right? Here we go. Yikes! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 96 percentile in scoring, 71 percentile in true shooting percentage, 81 percentile in free throw, usage 97%. This is ridiculous. Assist 70 percentile. Oh my goodness. Block 100%. Block 100 percentile. Defense overall 99.61 percentile and overall 95.37 percentile. Good God. Luka Doncic? Okay. That was a terrible trade over there. It's like I can't even gloat about the trade, guys, because like I just feel bad about it. Also very high. 98.84 percentile overall from Luka. Scoring 98.46 percentile. True shooting percentage 56 percentile. Usage 98.84%. And they think usage rate is in 98.84 percentile, and they think that they'll be able to just like take him out and plug in AD. That is absolutely insane. They are crazy. I think that was just a power trip from the GM. Everyone's trying to justify that trade. There is no justification. Everyone's trying to say it has to be deeper than this. It doesn't matter. You didn't shop him. It doesn't matter. I feel like that was just a power move. Your own like weird power trip thing going on, bro. Anyways. You said Fox is not balling. G Money said that. Okay, we'll do Fox now. De'Aaron Fox. And you got Levine, right? So we'll do Levine too. Dude, where is... I don't know how I missed it like that. Okay. Pretty good. Scoring wise, 93. Okay, that's really good. Scoring wise, 93.05 percentile. So that's very high. Usage, 93.44 percentile. And obviously keep in mind, this does heavily depend on who you play for as well. Like that helps, but I'm sorry. If Wemby had like 100 percentile on something like that, it doesn't matter who he played for. That's like ridiculous. Assists 85.3 percentile. So these are two things that's very important that he's exceptional at. So 85 percentile in assists, 93.05 percentile in scoring. Overall offense 86 percentile. So really good. All right, so now we go into turnovers, 41 percentile, offensive rebound 42 percentile. That's not something we really rely on him for. Defense is low. That's a low percentile. However, steals 79 percentile, so that's interesting. So overall defense has been pretty low, but steal percentage or percentile is like super high, 79%, and then overall 76 percentile, and that's what we expect. You expect that at a top 20 player in the NBA. This is about accurate. We'll look at LaVine for you. Woo, LaVine's scoring is high. His overall offense 93 percentile, so that's really good. True shooting percentage 91 percentile. LaVine has been really good this year. Isn't he shooting over 50%? He's shooting over 50% for sure, right? Check G Money stats. Yeah, sure. And then overall percentile 84. But I mean, you talk all this about defense, man. Like, Fox doesn't play defense. Zach LaVine's in the 23 percentile. Like, they're both pretty low. The only difference is our boy Fox has a much better steal percentile than Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's in 16.9 percentile in steals. All offense. All offense. Anyone else you guys want to check up on? Who else is on this team that you might want to look at? Do we care about Chris Paul? What the heck is going on with this? This is all over the place. Is this all because of assists? Yeah, I think his offense is all because of his assist numbers. Or in his free throw. Okay. Huh. All right, 85 percentile in offense for Chris Paul, but like scoring is 17%. That is interesting, to say the least. This is all over the place. Yeah, assists 97 percentile. Defense, he's an underrated defender, bro. 87 percentile. But also, like I said, this does take into account, like, you know, a team definitely can help a little bit. Steal percentile 88%. Overall 93%. Chris Paul's in a 93 percentile. That's crazy. So, and obviously, see, it doesn't tell the full story, right? It doesn't tell the full story. It also helps who Chris Paul is playing with, because he can get those insane assist numbers and boost this percentile up a little bit. Because you can't tell me with a straight face that Chris Paul is better than De'Aaron Fox. He's not. You know, like, no, he's not better than De'Aaron Fox at this point in his career. Smart and good scorer with some defense. Yeah, but like I said, you got to keep in mind that it does come down to who you're playing with too. Like, the fact that his offense is so high, his assists is so high. He's playing with Wemby. He gets a lot of easy, because he's doing a great job. Don't get me wrong, he's like phenomenal. But he's playing with Wemby, and there's also quite a few dump offs to Sohan as well, because Sohan is one of the top pick and rollers in the NBA. So, you know. Check Devins. We just looked at Devins. Check Champagny. Ooh, that's a good one. Julian Champagny. Let's see. Okay. Free throws 90th percentile. True shooting 56 percentile. Scoring 47 percentile. Overall offense 40 percentile. That's probably what we would expect, right? Turnover 79 percentile. Offensive rebound 35. Rebound 52 percentile. Defense 62 percentile. Quite mid. Block 50 percentile. He's mid. Like middle of the pack, right? I mean, literally overall 47 percentile. So better than Keldon. Yeah. See, it doesn't tell the full story, you know. It's more like how have they been producing, but not the full context. Because you can't convince me Julian Champagny's a better player than Keldon Johnson. Obviously, he's not. Keldon Johnson has had a really bad season. I don't think he fits, but Harrison Barnes, okay. I just saw him. There we go. All right. Some of these look pretty respectable. Offense overall, 66 percentile. True shooting, 84 percentile. Actually, I think we expected that, right? We expect that to be high, him being here. Somebody you can rely on. Free throw, percentile 60. Anything else that matters? Turnover percentile, 98.46. 75 percentile in offensive rebounds. Yeah, defense overall, very low, 11.97 percentile. Blocks, 12 percentile, and steals don't even show up. Overall, 33.98 percentile. Did we look at Castle? Castle's very low. Very low. Which makes sense, right? Like, he's been one of the worst scorers or shooters in the NBA. See, true shooting percentage, 3 percentile. He's in the 3 percentile. Yeah, he's been one of the worst shooters. Like, actually not one of, he's been the worst, I think. Keldon's like 8th. And yeah, but Steph Castle's 1. He's like at the top. It's kind of crazy everything's this low, but you still, like, we still know how good he can be. Scoring, 50th percentile. Usage, 69. Let's see. Assists, percentile, 73. That's pretty good. But once again, having Wemby makes it a little easier. And Sohan makes it easier. Turnover, 31 percentile. Offense rebound, 28 percentile. Defense, 29 percentile. Block, 32 percentile. Steals, 45 percentile. Overall percentile, 9. Yikes. Yikes. SGA. Let's see. Shea. Oh my God. A 100 percentile in scoring, 89 percentile in true shooting percentage, 90 percentile free throws, 99 percentile usage, 90 percentile assists, 70 percentile turnovers, 48 percentile rebounding, defense 95 percentile. Well, he has a good defensive team, though. That helps. But 84 percentile in blocks, 95 percentile in steals, 99.6 percentile overall. Wow. That's the MVP type. Yep. Jokic. All right. Oh, wait. There he is. That's high. It's high as well. Offense 100 percentile, so he's just the best. 98 percentile in scoring, true shooting percentage 91 percentile, free throw percentage 52 percentile, usage 96 percentile, assist 98.46 percentile. Let's see, offensive rebound 91 percentile, rebound in general 94.59 percentile, defense 74.9 percentile, blocks 44 percentile. Steals 86.49 percentile. Overall 100 percentile. He's just the best. LeBron James. Everything's pretty low, which we expect. It's not low. It's actually not low. It's just in comparison. Offense 91 percentile, so stupid high there. It probably comes to his assists. His assists 98 percentile, but scoring is high too. Scoring 90 percentile, true shooting 66 percentile, not bad. Free throw 38 percentile, not good. Usage 92 percentile, obviously. Let's see. Rebound 75 percentile, blocks 48 percentile, overall 73 percentile from LeBron. So as far as LeBron, and it's closer to Fox's numbers, right? as far as overall, because LeBron is 73. It wasn't Fox. $76. Okay. Fox's is pretty good, y'all. But it's what we expect out of a top 20 player. Trae Young. Oh, Trae Young's might be quite high, right? Oh, no, it's not. His defense, his defense bringing it down quite a bit. So offense, 89 percentile. Scoring, 80 percentile. True shooting, 40 percentile. Free throws, 81.85 percentile. Usage, 88 percentile. 60 percentile. And three-point attempt frequency. Free throw attempts, Assist, 100 percentile. So he's 100 percentile there. That's kind of what's helping his numbers a little bit, I think. Defense, all this is just non-existent. Defense, 10 percentile. Block, 9 percentile. Steals, 45 percentile. And overall, 67.95 percentile. So we already have Fox for sure. That's why I don't really see a point in going after Young now. Like, I saw quite a few people saying, oh, now we can go after Young. Why would we now go after Young? I'm good. I'm all right. All right, last one. We'll do Kevin Durant. Someone asked for Kevin Durant. All right. So he's not quite touching our boy Fox here, obviously. Scoring, 97 percentile. Offense, 84 percentile. True shooting, 87 percentile. Let's just skip down to assists. Assist, 71 percentile. Rebound, 59 percentile. Defense overall, 16 percentile. Well, 17 percentile. Blocks, 83 percentile. Steals, 6 percentile. Well, 7 percentile. And then overall, 66 percentile. Okay, literally the last one. Because I do want to see Giannis. That's actually cool. Woo! Pretty high. So you got scoring 99 percentile. So right out the bat, phenomenal. Offense overall, 97 percentile. True shooting, 79 percentile. Usage, 99 percentile. Let's see. Assist, 94 percentile or 95 percentile basically. Turnover, 44 percentile. Offensive rebound, 80 percentile. Rebound, 92.66 percentile. Defense, 64 percentile. Block, 89 percentile. And overall, 97 percentile. So, so you can kind of look at this, and when people say, like, who's the best players, like the best players in the NBA, this actually shows it pretty well. I think there's still nuances there, but I think this shows it pretty well. Like, I think Luka is the second best player in the NBA, right? But based on this, he will be basically the third, right? Because, oh wait, I'll have to go to the G's. Because Shea is better. And then you have Jokic. Jokic is the best. So yeah, this is pretty accurate. Most people will say Jokic 1, SGA 2, Luka 2, 3. Yeah. And then Wemby, I mean, we would say probably 5. Hold on, let me just see where Tatum is compared to Wemby. Yeah, Tatum's 98 percentile. Okay, and I think Wemby was what, 95? 95, okay. So people might say Tatum's better. I think Wemby's better, but all right, ain't there. Just wanted to show you. I thought this was interesting. So, just kind of give a better perception of, the player that we're getting. Pretty nice, huh? If you guys want to check this out, you can just go to Flourish. So it's public.flourish.studio. But if you probably just Google Flourish, NBA percentile players or whatnot, it'll come right up. Pretty cool. It's not updated claim. Oh, I know. I think I mentioned that at the beginning, right? Like, that is back from, because it might be way different now. but I don't think it moved that much. All right. Let's see. I was kind of waiting around to see if there would be a new video out. I don't know if I want post-game Mitch or just pre-game Mitch. Okay, we can go over this. Pre-talks about Fox. Okay, we'll do that. Give me a second. Wanted to show you something. Let's see here. I'm going back to the trade. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. So a lot of people. Let's see. All right. So a lot of people have the question on whether or not the San Antonio Spurs are going to do something else. I truly do believe that they are. I don't think that it stops here. I could very well see Keldon being moved by deadline on this Thursday. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll say it. But there's a couple players available right now that I definitely can see the San Antonio Spurs making a move for, right? A couple. Well, one in particular, definitely. The other, it might be kind of iffy, but you could do it. You could go for it if you would like. So check this out. So first off, let's just talk about this trade because I'm still astounded that this was a thing, that they were able to do this. The fact that you didn't have to get rid of anybody, but I mean, no offense to the players we gave up, but like Sidy Cissoko, we weren't playing Sidy Cissoko. Like he's another year or two out, right, from getting substantial minutes, I would say. So that's good. This 2025 Hornets pick is nothing. Like this is just second round picks. This is just 2 second round picks. It's not gonna convert. The 27 Spurs one isn't that great because the Spurs, after this draft and also having Fox and any other moves they make, they're gonna be a good team. Like at the end of the day, this is gonna be a late first round pick, right? Not that good of a first round pick. The 2031 Minnesota is probably the best one. And that's just kind of hoping that Minnesota screws up. But we didn't really have to work that hard to get that. We just traded away Rob Dillingham, and the Spurs had no intention of getting anyone else in that spot at 8th. I thought maybe Modest Buzelis, but I mean, things came out that Modest Buzelis is a huge Bulls fan, and it seemed like it was set up for him to just want to go there anyways. So the Spurs had nothing. Like, okay, we don't want to use this 8th pick on any of the players left. Let's just sell it off. And you were able to package that one. And then you gave away the Bulls pick, but you just gave them their pick back. You literally gave away nothing. You literally gave away nothing. And poor Bulls, man. Poor Bulls fans. Like, to get, like, you trade away Zach LaVine, and we already saw from the percentile numbers, he's one of the best offensive players in the league. You get rid of him, and like, for what? For your pick back. You didn't even get a first round pick for him, really. You just got your pick back. Very sad. Very sad if you're them. So Brian Wright just got away with highway robbery. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. I think people need to recognize the masterclass of what Brian Wright just did. With that being said, I do think that there's more things that the Spurs can do. And if you can get away with something like this, then you can get away with just about anything, to be honest with you. So there's a couple players available right now that we got some news on. So Lonzo Ball. First off, how do you guys feel about Lonzo? How do you guys feel about Lonzo Ball? I honestly think that he will be a really great player, at least coming off the bench. I think he only has a year left on his contract, right? $20 million, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. 20 million. 21 million. 21 million. And all they're asking for are second round draft capital. So if you guys don't know, I mean, I bring it up all the time. You should know. The Spurs' upcoming draft picks are actually insane. Actually insane. So you can look here, 2026. I need to delete something. I need to delete something off of. Hold on. I actually ended up tweeting out that we have 4 2028s. That's not true. I'm spreading misinformation. We're going to go ahead and delete that. I'm 4 hours late, though. So lots of people have been misinformed. I apologize for that. Anyways, 2026. So if you're looking here, the San Antonio Spurs 2026 is actually insane. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second round picks. You remember when a lot of people said, hey, what are you doing with all these picks? You're not going to do anything. This is stupid that you're getting picks. These are the reasons why you do that. Okay. So you have 6 second round picks. The Spurs are not going to use these. They're not going to use these. I mean, 5 in 2026. They're not going to use these. And then in 2028, you have 3. So the Spurs have a ton of second round picks. And if you want second round pick draft capital, I don't know what that looks like. Is it 3? Is it 4? I undoubtedly think that Lonzo is worth that. Right? I think Lonzo is worth that. Now, do I think Lonzo is like greatest player in the world or anything like that? No. But if you're using Lonzo as a backup guard and you do elect to move Chris Paul or anything in that regard, that will be crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I wanted to start off with that one because I know that that's one that you guys wouldn't really care as much for, right? Like everyone immediately said no, but you wouldn't be giving up that much at all. I'm in favor for it. So another player that could be on the table, probably quite unlikely, but we know that Kevin Durant is available for a trade. So I haven't messed around with the trade machine at all, but I'm assuming it would have to be a multi-team trade, kind of similar to what we did with the other trade. You know, when we talked about possibly getting De'Aaron Fox, which we were kind of on point. What you smoking? I'm just saying, Kevin Durant is available. Super unlikely. I don't necessarily want this to happen, but it's there. I guarantee. I'll tell you this. I guarantee you, the San Antonio Spurs are on the phone calling around. See, I mean, because they're gonna keep up with all of this. They want to see what it looks like. So another one that I feel like, in my opinion, you know, you guys can say that I'm crazy here, but I think that not the hierarchy, but the tier list here is most fans wouldn't want Lonzo. And then you would get to Kevin Durant, right? Like, I think you're going to get a percentage of people say, that would be kind of cool if we just added Kevin Durant just because. Like, that would be kind of dope. Me personally, I don't want Kevin Durant. But he's out there. I just want to let you guys know that Spurs have a lot of draft capital. They have a lot of things that they can move. You still kept all your pieces, right? Like, you could maybe trade away Keldon in a pick and get him. I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. Knowing the Spurs, regardless, we can assume that they would get a good deal out of that. All right, so these are the ones that I don't care that much about, right? I think Lonzo will be a decent one as far as how fans feel. I feel like Lonzo will be like bottom, and then Kevin Durant. Now this is where I get excited. Okay, this is when I get quite giddy. This is what we like to see right here. Another one that's probably the most likely is Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson would be the perfect fit for the San Antonio Spurs. Actually, hold on. I'll bring up his stats. He's exactly what Spurs fans been asking for. We all know that we need a small forward. We all know we need a small forward. And the Spurs have kept their eye, keep this in mind too, we kept our eye on Cam Johnson for a long time. Spurs have wanted him for a minute. All right. Percentages. Guys, he's shooting 49% from the field. He's shooting 42% from three. 89.8% free throw percentage. He is on an absolute tear as far as scoring. 2.9 assists, 4.1 rebounds. But this is the sweet spot right here. 41.9% from three. Absolutely incredible. That would be awesome. Now this is the one that I get excited about. Like this is where I'm like, this has to happen. Spurs, you have to make this happen. Now this is where I don't get excited. Okay, you ready? You give up Harrison Barnes. I'm excited about that. Harrison Barnes, I'm cool. Harrison Barnes, that's easy. I can do that. I can do that all day. All right, I could do that for days. But you want us to give up our 2029 first round pick. Ooh. You hit me in the gut on that one. I want to say, hey, that's far away from now. We don't have to worry about that till then. I want to hold on to our own, right? I like holding on to our own picks for now. I think that's nice. I want to hold on to our own. So there's one. And then they're also suggesting the Spurs give away a 2025 first round pick swap worse of San Antonio and Atlanta. No. I don't like that. I want my Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be worse than ours. I want my Atlanta. So if the Spurs can manage, let's see. Let's look through. What would you guys be willing to get rid of? I really don't want to get rid of our own. I really don't want to. I'll tell you this. I'll give you that. I don't know. Dallas is going to be pretty rough, man. We got a Dallas or Minnesota swap rights for 2030. Dallas, what they just did, that move they just made, 2030 might be really sweet. So I don't know. You have to give up something, and I'm not ignorant to that. Like, I understand that, but geez, that's tough. That's a tough one for me. What you guys thinking? Let's get AD. It probably won't take much. He's with the Mavericks now. You probably just have to give them a bubble wrap. A little bit of bubble wrap. They'll be okay with that. 2029 Clippers and Pelicans. But that's a second round pick. That's not gonna work. Honestly, if I have to choose, this is why I'm not in the front office, okay? Because I couldn't do what Brian Wright does. I don't know how he gets away with it. But if it came down to me, I would keep my 2025s, and yeah, I guess the 2029. I guess the 2029. Maybe you can make another deal somewhere and get another first round pick somehow. First round picks are really hard to come by nowadays. That's why it's so insane that the Spurs have them. And this is why it's so insane that teams are just clawing just to get their picks back. 2050. Yeah, I'll give them a 2050. Let's give him a 2050, 2055. So, anyways, but if it comes down to this, if it absolutely has to come down to this, I'll give you our own 2025. But I'm not giving you Atlanta's. Well, actually, Atlanta isn't even a swap. Let's see. Atlanta isn't a swap. It's just a first unprotected. So if it comes down to it, I'll give you our own. If it has to come down to 2025. I don't want to. But for Cam Johnson, I'm probably okay with that. Especially since the Spurs should be making somewhat of a run during the end of this season. And hopefully we can make a play-in, make it to the playoffs, get some playoff experience. I actually care about that now. Now that we got Fox, I actually do care about that. Get some playoff experience, and it was worth it, right? As long as we can keep Atlanta. Atlanta is the one I do not want to get rid of. Because we're getting better. They've gotten worse. I don't want to give away this Atlanta no matter what. So if I have to, I think I'll be willing to make this deal. But yeah, so that's a big one though. I figured that's one that you guys would actually like. You know, like I said, KD being available, it's unlikely that you do that, you know, but you possibly could pull it off. You possibly could pull it off. And then Lonzo Ball, you know, I think you undoubtedly can pull this one off. And although fans wouldn't be happy, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with getting Lonzo. He's a fine player. I'm okay with it. I don't think it's going to show up in the stat sheet, but he is a fine player. And he also fits the almost that timeline. But I mean, kind of. Yeah, he does. He fits the timeline. But I was mainly saying that he kind of fits the identity of the Spurs as well. And what we're looking for. But 3-point percentage is pretty good. I mean, he was better seasons prior, but 34.8%. You know, guys, a few second round picks when we have like 5 million of them is here. Let me count how many Spurs have. This is the type of player you can make a deal like this for. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 second round picks. Get real, guys. Come on. You can make some room for Lonzo. Created his own shot more than anyone else and kept decent percentages. What you guys talking about? What are we talking about? I can see Zoe and Castle playing good together. Yeah, I genuinely think that will be a good move. So I'll tell you this: what I really want is Cam. Undoubtedly, I want Cam Johnson. I want the Spurs to get Cam Johnson. You will probably have to. They say Harrison Barnes. I'm assuming you have to get rid of Keldon. If it came down to this, if we can keep our 2025, keep Barnes and have to get rid of Keldon, I would do it. Right? I would rather do that than to get rid of Harrison Barnes in our 2025. If it came down to it, if we can switch that 2025 for Keldon, I'll do that way quicker. For Cam, I'll trade Keldon in 3 seconds. And you got 15 of them. So, yeah. So, guys, keep this on your radar. This is something that's being reported. That's kind of in the works. That a lot of teams are inquiring about. And obviously, the Spurs be part of that because we've always had interest in Cam Johnson. So, keep this one in mind. This could be a really big one. So we'll see what happens in the next coming days. But I'm excited about this, Cam Johnson in particular. And then the Lonzo one, why not, bro? So a few seconds? Do it. Why not? Figure it out. What is Cam Johnson's contract currently? That's a good question. I gotta go to different websites every time. Let's go to the same one. Let's go to Fanspo. Oh wait, we don't go to Fanspo. What the heck am I doing? It's Hoop Hype. $20, $22, $20, and $22. I guess you would have to choose between Lonzo or Cam. Spurs. Is he Spurs? Cap space. Did they add? Okay, they added Jordan on here. They added Fox on here. Fox is going to sign that extension. I hope you guys know that Fox is going to sign that extension. I'm still not over how good. I'm sorry, I was just looking at the contract. I'm still not over how good that Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell contract is. I guarantee you these guys know, like the Spurs are so good with communicating. These guys know that the reason for these contracts is you might be moved later. Like the fact that we just gonna front load it with all this money and then it just diminishes over time. Like that's huge, bro. You don't see contracts or a lot of contracts like that. Anyways, yeah. So a few things to keep an eye on. Some big trades to keep an eye on. All right. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what our boy has to say. Well, some of you guys will say it's my boy, but because fans do not care for Mitch Johnson like that. Number 4. Yeah, that is cool that he's taking number 4. I like when players take a number for a specific reason, right? If it was 2, everyone would just be comparing him to Kawhi to an extent. I like him taking 4 though. 4 is cool. He's taking it because his wife used to wear 4 for Texas, so that's cool. It's like a superhero, man. You need a reason to wear your cape. It needs to represent something. All right, so this is pre-game Memphis Grizzlies. Let's take a look at what he's, because what we really care about is what he has to say about Fox, right? So let's listen. You guys can't hear a thing. Here we go.
Just to start, you've got Chris Paul, you've got Fox coming in. Can you talk about just the evolution of the point guard?
We need Caitlin Clark. That'll be cool.
When Chris Paul first came into the league to what you're going to be dealing with now, those two guys working with him.
Yeah, the point guard in probably every position has evolved quite a bit since Chris entered the league. Positions are a very fluid idea these days, and whether style of play from a team or just a skill set from individual players, the game has just kind of morphed into skills and versatility and multiple skill sets kind of complementing and playing with and off each other. And the guys you named obviously have a whole lot of skills. So the versatility and room to grow and being creative will be at the forefront.
Just backing up your thoughts on De'Aaron Fox, who's going to be coming in, and maybe your early thoughts on what this might look like when, the best case scenario for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's, I believe it's his 8th year in the league. His resume speaks for itself. He is a top player in this league, both ends of the floor, dynamic in every sense of the word. I think he won Clutch Player of the Year 2 years ago. Might be off by a year or so.
2023. He won it in 2023. There you go, coach.
I mean, it is dynamic, and we're looking forward to adding him to the group and continuing to grow. And
Clan, the Spurs not, this is super random. Clan, the Spurs not making the play-in. There's only 35 games left, and they are behind the 11th spot by 3 games. They have to play 75% ball the rest of the way. I mean, someone else could also just kind of fall off, you know? That's not true. Like, you don't have, it's not like every single team ahead of us is just going to continue to, like, they're going to win 100% of their games, and then we have to, like, the Spurs can make the play-in. You're just a few games off. The Spurs can make the play-in. Also, just here, we'll take a break from this. I am curious, out of those teams, who are some of them that we play? Do we play any of them? I actually don't know this for sure. All right, so we'll start with the standings. So who's ahead of us right now? Yeah, so we need to make these two spots. We got the Suns and the Warriors ahead of us, and we got the Kings ahead of us. So let's see if anything to kind of help our change. Everything's so close, by the way. Look at the Mavericks are basically tied with the Kings for that 8th spot. All right, so we'll keep them in mind. Let's see who we play. So we play the Suns. We literally play the Suns soon. We play the Kings. We play... Am I missing somebody? The Warriors. And we play the Kings. So we play... not the Kings. We play the Suns twice, and we play the Warriors twice. The Spurs could definitely... They could definitely get into that spot. It's going to be hard fought, but, like, we're about to be way... Like, we're about to be much better. We're about to be much better. I think we do it. I truly do think they can make the play-in now. I wasn't bought in on that at first. I thought my 44 wins was still pretty high, and I thought you don't make the playoffs. But now, I think the Spurs can make the playoffs. I think the Spurs make the playoffs. Or at least make the play-in.
Trying to maximize and help these guys.
We would definitely be much better. Yeah, and not to mention if they make another move in the next day.
Play off each other.
Coach, a lot of what you guys are doing, obviously you want to win, but a lot of what you were
Aaliyah is right too. Aaliyah said, y'all even if we don't make the play-in, it's fine. We aren't ready to continue yet. Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the day. Everybody's coming pretty late to the party, you know. It's fine. So we have a lot of draft assets. We'll be fine. I don't see a clan. In order to have hope, Spurs need to win the next 3 in a row. Okay. It's going to be tough, especially on the road, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We did not get worse. That's all I'm saying. We definitely got better. Even a Fox that hasn't really played with the team yet, we've still gotten better. Our offense and defense efficiency has gone down the drain over the course of the last couple weeks. So, you know, and I also think the break is going to help us too after this road trip. We're going to need that break.
About sort of evaluation of a lot of these young guys. How does Fox coming in, how does it change things, or does it?
You know, I think the players have always dictated playing time, starting lineups, finishing games, roles. You know, Pop has a great quote, you know, the players will tell us. And I think even when, you know, there's so much talk about Victor and timeline and winning and development.
If the players would tell you, then why didn't you challenge that other game when they were getting ready to kick Steph Castle out of the game? I'm just kidding. He's right though, and this is what Popovich has said. Like beginning of the season, he was like, "They'll tell us. You'll see it. You'll see who starts, who ends games." Yeah.
In this evolution that we've gone through, as you allude to, we've always wanted to win. Sometimes this league dictates the capacity or opportunity at which you can do that in a big picture. When you add a player like De'Aaron Fox and you already have a strong foundation, there will be opinions and expectations that come with that. What that means, what the timeline is, we won't get into that. But we will not shy away from the reality of adding good players and things that come with that.
Hey, Coach, it's not the first time you guys have met. What can you take from the first few games you played against each other to prepare for tonight?
We can't compete with. I mean, we already lost. We know what happened. So just skip. We can't compete with the Grizzlies, man.
Play the way they do unapologetically, and it's a lot of credit to Coach Jenkins, their staff, and their team. They have a real identity, and they play to it. They're seeing a lot of success doing that.
Going back to the new guys coming in, do you have a sense of like the process for getting them in, getting them up to speed? And especially because I think you probably have 0 days of practice between now and the end of the season.
I believe, it's the same for all the teams making trades at this time. The protocol, I'm sure, is guys flying to market.
Why did the Spurs struggle against Memphis? I think it's a couple things. I think it's their pace. Memphis has an incredible pace. As far as we're concerned, it's just we don't have enough talent. So Grizzlies have a lot of depth, and we're just not there yet. So they just kind of beat you down. I think that's a big reason why the Spurs will stay in a game with the Grizzlies, and then by the end of it, they just open it up. Like they just destroy you by the end of the game. Like you're not expecting the game. It's like a yeah. It's just they have a lot of depth, and they play really fast. Memphis has size. Yeah, they have that too. I'm trying to bring up the. Let's see. Let's look up the game real quick. 109 to 128. So when you're going against a team like the Grizzlies, it really is just a game of attrition. Can you hang in there? I feel like that's the main thing with them. Cuz they're okay with a game being close, because they know by the end of it they can open it up. Cuz they're going to keep hitting you over and over and over and over. Like, let's see here. Gosh, what's up with this big ad right here? What the heck is that? All right. So Spurs did a pretty okay job of playing multiple players. I mean, these right here, this was just, garbage time. But let's see. We play 5, 6, 7, 8. But you can see here, this is a big difference too. So we played 8 players, and they were able to play 9. I'm sorry, 10. They were able to play 10 players. Good minutes as well. So this just breaks you down, man. When you're playing at a top tier speed, because the Memphis Grizzlies is the fastest team in the NBA. So you're playing at a crazy speed, and then you have so much depth, and you have so many minutes. It's just a game of attrition. They just break you down. Because you can see here that the Spurs were kind of in the game, right? But then just as time went on, it was just too much. It was just too much. You just open it up. If anyone else has any other theories on why we have a hard time with Memphis, please let me know. But I really do think it comes down to talent, depth, the speed that they play, that we're not really there yet, and just a game of attrition, man. It's the reason why they're third in the NBA right now. They just break teams down.
We have physicals passed from all the parties involved to make sure it's completed. I know the trade's been announced by all teams, but you still just need all those I's dotted, T's crossed in the sense of that. And then, if there is a opportunity for De'Aaron and Jordan as well to meet us in Atlanta and be ready to go, then they'll be ready to go. I mean, they're in the season. There's no concern of ramping up conditioning or whatnot. And we obviously know there will be a runway of learning our program and terminology and how we do things. But again, these guys have been in the league a while, and there'll be some patience and some, I'm sure, excitement on both sides from the group here waiting on them and them joining the group. And it'll just be something we work through and try to expedite as much as possible without having a ton of practice time.
And you already have a starting point guard in Chris Paul. Do you have a sense that you can play both of them together if you need to start?
I don't know if he'll just answer this, but Chris Paul should come off the bench. No offense. Fox starts. He should come off the bench.
Both of them together if you need to?
Yeah, I think one thing we've seen this year is our lineups have been ever-changing and evolving. We played, Trey. We played Chris together. We've played Jeremy or Harrison at the 5, and it's going to be just a continual Rubik's Cube puzzle that we'll put together and try to find combinations that work.
Coach, right now all the focus is on all-star games and trades and stuff like that. But since you've taken the lead role, what?
I don't see the Spurs getting in. The key will be if Kings slip from here, and Warriors will pick it up. Spurs will have to win 5 in a row just to get back to 500. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's just see how we do before the break. But I think post-break is when we'll really get cooking. But I think it's possible. That's all I'm saying. Before, I didn't think it was possible at all. Now I think, I'll say it like this. I thought before maybe like a 30% chance you get to the play-in, but I don't think so. And then I thought even if you make it to the play-in, you don't make the playoffs. Now I'm like 55% that you get to the play-in. It's very possible. And I feel like if you're in the play-in, I'm betting on the Spurs making the playoffs. I think they show up. But yeah, we've seen a Spurs team that looked really good at nights, team that looked really bad at nights, and they only gotten better. So I just assume, more talent, you should win some more games. Not a crazy amount, but enough to get you in the play-in. We'll see. It's gonna be a fight.
What have you learned about yourself and how have you grown as a coach?
And it's okay if they don't. It's okay if they don't. Oh, they just asked him how does he feel like he's grown? That's cool. That's a good question.
I think just trying to make sure I allocate my energy and my voice in the right places. That's had to change a little bit in the role change, but for the most part, we do it as a group, and the program and the goals and the process of the way we do things.
I don't doubt the talent. I doubt Mitch Johnson. Man, if Mitch Johnson could just call timeouts at ideal moments, I think it'd be so much better. or at least challenge certain things. I don't know. That doesn't happen too often. That was just like one game that I got really irritated by that. But the timeout thing, that happens way too often. A team will go on a run and we just sit on our timeouts as if we're gonna be able to roll over them to the next game. I don't like that.
It hasn't changed. It's just as much of me probably trying to understand.
Yeah, and he's an assistant coach, like the chatter just said.
And how to be efficient and maximize myself while also relying on the staff to do a lot. And, just how much support I've got. And with that, I know I haven't been asked, but, Trey Jones, Zach Collins, and Sidi Sissoko played very, very integral parts of our program. When you look at, Trey and the 4 years that he's been here. And
yeah, I agree with you. Opinion sports show. The rotations have been kind of strange as well. Like I've always said, I'm like, you need to utilize more players on this team. You have no shot at beating a team like Memphis doing that. And you have, I don't know. I feel like we're just handicapping ourselves a little bit when you play less players with this roster, right? He sometimes sets up rotations as if we're already in the playoffs, because once you get to the playoffs, you kind of hone in on certain guys more. Like, yeah, you still have your depth and whatnot, but you really hone in on certain guys. And I see like sometimes he does that, where it's like, dude, we have more players that we can play right now. Like, give a little bit of rest, and they'll be all right. I don't know.
The fabric of our team and the competitiveness and the drive and just being one of those connectors on and off the court. We got Zach Collins when he was out for the year injured, and he was the best I've ever seen at any level of joining a team while being injured and being a part of the team in a genuine way. There was no fake hustle, there was no rah-rah. That's hard when you join a team and you've been injured like that. And it has been very fascinating and happy for him to see him go from that to now back as a rotational player and playing at the level he has. And then you talk about City, who
I want to see Mitch get upset and ejected, just to see he has emotions and cares to win. I feel like, okay, first of all, I feel like stuff like that is a little for show, like I don't want him to be out of character, but even with that, I've seen Mitch Johnson get crazy though. Like I've seen him get upset. He hasn't been ejected, but like I've seen him get upset. You don't want him to start just being performative just for the sake of it. Like, look, guys, I care. Like, it's the least important thing as far as a coach getting riled up, right? Like, everyone has their different styles. I didn't see Phil Jackson get hot too often. Like, I didn't see him get angry too often. And he was a phenomenal coach, even though I hate saying that.
We played a year in the G League, and now, a young player that looks like he's on the cusp of being able to be in the rotation. So 3 players that have been such a big part of our program. And I think sometimes when you're not there every day, there are certain guys that get a lot of ink and a lot of questions from you people, as they should. Victor, Chris, De'Aaron Fox, and whatnot. But those 3 guys were big parts of our program, and I think there's common sentiments from all them and from us about them in terms of sad to see them go, grateful for their time here, and appreciative of everybody involved. And I think, if anything, it's been a reflection of our program from top to bottom in management.
Oh, he didn't say much about Fox
and
anymore.
the support we have here. So when you ask that question, I know I took you a long, windy road, but that's something that I think I felt, and at this time is very, very applicable.
All right, let's see. We'll look at the post game and just see if there's anything. Well, let's see here. Is this post game? I'm sure he's just going to talk about the game, though.
I guess before we get to the game, what was your perspective on the medical event that happened before the game and kind of your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah, I really hope that person's okay. Does anyone know any updates on that? The person that was carted off, like the fan or whatever?
Obviously just thoughts and prayers with the gentleman. Hope he's okay. I didn't really see anything other than, obviously, I believe it was Mark Lindsay came over and just said we had an incident, and they were obviously going to attend to it. And, obviously we were very understanding and just wanted to give them all the time and space, and that's why we thought it was best just to go back to the locker room and, just allow them to tell us whenever or if we would even be coming back out. So we at some point got.
Sports Center said he had CPR administered and is at the hospital. No update. Okay.
Word that he was doing better. But again, that was a couple hours ago, so I don't want to speak too much on it. I don't know much, but that he was doing better, and they got him off the court, and they wanted to proceed.
Did you give was there any indication of y'all not playing this game? Was that discussion taken?
I'm not sure about that. I know at some point the medical situation was the priority, so I'm sure there was a lot of conversations had. We were just kind of playing the waiting game and letting them tell us what they thought.
This doesn't matter whether or not we're going to play.
You give Memphis a lot of credit. We've played them 3 times in not a very long span, and at some point, the physicality game, they've wanted to impose their will on us a little bit. And tonight,
By the way, beginning of this game, Wemby was phenomenal, dude. Wemby was like playing so hard. You can tell they're preparing for Fox.
Team in the league. You just insert player name, and it really doesn't change much. And tonight he had a good game. And
all right, let's see here.
Did you feel like the pace caught up with y'all in the second half?
Pace always catches up.
I don't think it caught up with us in the sense that
they played more players. They have more depth.
The NBA games are long, so there will be runs. And at times, good teams typically know how to sustain when they're on runs, and they also know how to limit the other team's runs. I think that's something that we're still learning how to do. So when you're playing a team that's on a run, especially on the road, sometimes a quick shot may not be a bad shot, but if you miss that shot, you are fanning the fire a little bit. And I think that's something that we are continuing to try to.
That's true. But like you said, sustaining runs, it also comes down to rotations, and they play more of their players, but they also have more depth. I do think the pace, I think that's the same thing to me, but anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to get Fox. I'm super excited. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I am quite sleepy, so I need to go to sleep. Miles Turner, Ayton, Joel Embiid. What are we talking about? Somebody. What? What are we talking about? We're talking about Fox, and what are we talking about? How tall people are? Okay, well, other players have went off on Spurs who aren't that good. What are we talking about? Yeah, I heard about that. Wemby and Chris Paul in the skills challenge. It's an event full of Spurs people. Pretty cool. I'll take Kai Jones at this point. Clan, I'm saying it seems like every game the Spurs allow a role player to go off or someone who averaged like 10. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. It felt like that last year, kind of. I don't know if that's really true. One thing I have noticed, I mean, maybe the reason why it feels like that, I mean, this is just me spitballing. I mean, I don't know. But the reason why I might feel like that is because against star players, I don't know if we have too many performances where this season where the star player just goes off on us. So we've been kind of limiting that. So the points have to come from somewhere. So maybe that's where that's coming from. But I feel like the Spurs have done a pretty decent job against the stars of other teams this season. I don't know that for sure, but like I said, just a vibe. We haven't had like a Joel Embiid type performance, I don't think. Maybe that's what it is. Aldama or Nas Reed? Probably Nas Reed. On Christmas, Bridges had like 40 something. Okay. I mean, I just don't think it happens like, it doesn't feel like it's been happening like crazy, you know? Do you retire Kawhi's number 2? I don't think so. Like retired and hanging at the Raptors. I don't think you hang Kawhi at the Raptors. How it went down was just too bad to do that. I don't even think that's holding on to a grudge. I just think that's just And I don't even think that's being petty. I think that's just something you don't do. It ended so poorly. Saving number 2 for Cooper Flag. Yes, sir. That'll be cool. Hawks gonna keep losing. They're gonna try to win. Did the Hawks play today? Guys, did the Hawks play today? I actually haven't. I didn't keep up with that. Like I told you, I was in and out of sleep. Can somebody tell me? Do people not remember how Kawhi left this? It's been a while, so. It was that bad. Like, it's kind of hard for me to truly think that the Spurs front office would come together, organization would come together and say, yeah, yes, let's retire his number. I don't think it's. I think that just comes with the territory, and I don't even think, like I said, I don't even think that's petty. Just think, like, dude, the way you walked out, like, even from a fan perspective, like the Spurs organization recognizes how often Kawhi is booed. Like, who would want this? It would have to be like an individual person in the front office that would want this to happen. Like, I don't know who would want this. No one would want this. Fans wouldn't want it. They would just boo. They would just boo it. They wouldn't like that. No one will want it. Trae Young is not growing on me. Why are we still talking about Trae Young? Atlanta beat Detroit, ending their 8-game losing streak. Oh, that's right. He hit a buzzer beater. I did see that. I didn't watch the game, but yeah, I did see the buzzer beater. Dang it. Freaking Trae Young. We need him to sit. Nico Harrison either works for the Lakers or hates the city of Dallas. Yeah, everyone's trying to like justify like, oh, well, maybe he was thinking this, or maybe it was this, or it has to be more to it. What is going on with Luke? It's like, bro, it's just that bad. Like, I think this guy is just ego driven, power hungry, wanted to make a big boy move. I mean, he didn't even tell his own coach, y'all. Like, and even if you want to trade Luka, which right out the bat, you should be fired just for wanting to do that. But even if you wanted to do that, like, shop him. Even if you're like, no, but I'm dead set on AD. Like, AD is the one I want. Shop him. It's just it really does just blow my mind how little you got for Luka. I really am blown away. And AD is at that age that if it doesn't work out, like, it's not like you can just ship him off somewhere else and get equal value for what you just did with this trade. Like, it's like it's like this, y'all. The best case scenario for the Dallas Mavericks is to win a championship in the course of the next 4 years, and then that's it. And then you got to suck again. Like, that's the best case scenario. Best case scenario with Luka would be win a championship soon, maybe even a dynasty. I don't know. You'll be winning a lot for many years. That's the best case scenario with Luka. Multiple championships is the best case scenario with Luka. AD is like best case scenario, you get a ring, and I don't even think you're going to be able to do that. The one thing people always criticize AD about is, can he be the guy, right? And he didn't win a championship until A, all that COVID stuff, and B, when he was with LeBron. So, just dumb, bro. Clan Nico hate Luka from the start. Jason Kidd didn't know. That's crazy. Luka even just finished buying a house. This dude's a piece of crap, bro. Like, seriously. No regard for anyone else, not regard for his players. All these people that went to the Mavericks to play with Luka. No regard for them. No regard for his own coaches. No regard for anybody else but his own selfish reasons. This dude's horrible. I genuinely think you're a bad person when you do that. When you do what he just did. I think he's a bad person. You don't do that. I miss no regard for the fans. The San Antonio Spurs don't want to disrespect. Like, they're not going to just disrespect us. They've proven time and time again that if they do something, it's for the betterment of the team. It's for us to get a good product long term. They don't just like do whatever, you know what I mean? He could have got Luka a private chef. Do not buy into any of that. I don't care if Luka's 320 pounds. Do not buy into any of that nonsense. This dude just got you to the finals. Don't even think like, well, they could have done this for Luka. It doesn't matter, bro. Even if Luka, like, the worst thing imaginable could be going on with Luka, right? Worst thing you can think of, and you have to move him, and you need to move him. You shop him. That's bare minimum. You shop him. You shop him. You shop him. He wanted to be a coward. He didn't want the backlash of fans. He didn't want anybody telling him no. He didn't want Luka to know, so he didn't want Luka to have leverage in which he could talk to his agent, and then they try to decide where they want. He didn't want any of that. He just wanted to make his move because he likes AD, and that's it. He wanted to play with his action figures. Horrible. Imagine not telling Pop you traded Vic. That is crazy. Clan, we could have offered more for Luka. Everyone would have offered more for Luka. Everybody. Memphis Grizzlies, they would have traded Ja Morant for Luka. That's way more value than what you just got. Primo situation? I mean, it's not the Primo situation, but yeah, I mean, he just got you to the finals. Any competent front office would figure out what you're gonna do here. Under Jinjutsu, maybe. Luka 2026 Spurs will get revenge on Nico Harrison. I can't wait for him to take their team out. He's going to destroy the Mavericks. I think it was part of the deal with selling it to a new ownership. Adam said, we will approve your bid, but you will have to trade Luka to LA next year. Yeah, that's another thing that's another angle. It's like, dang, was this just kind of rigged? Because why do the Lakers can just do that? Like, but it's also being reported that the Spurs got hit up. Like, it's out there that the Spurs got hit up, and they said, hey, is Wemby available? So that might not fully be it. I mean, why would they hit us up? I think maybe he really did just want a defensive big man. His own personal reasons. It's fishy, no doubt. Yeah. No, that's a lie. That's all I'll say. Oh shoot, the old music just noticed. Yeah. All right, got ESPN making it sound like it's Luka's fault. They always do this, bro. Like trying to find a justification. Like everyone has to be devil's advocate. No one can just call it out for what it is. And a lot of media has disrespected European players anyways. Like they disrespect Luka, they disrespect Jokic. To even try to pretend like this is a good trade is just asinine to me. That's just, I don't know, man. That's horrible behavior to me. You shouldn't even pretend like this is a good trade or try to find any justification. There is no justification. There's none. USA. Yeah, exactly. USA. That's basically what they're doing. Like, Luka literally cried. How's it his fault? It's not Luka's fault at all. Luka didn't, like, okay, even if it's conditioning. Oh, Luka got a little, a few pounds on him. So? He just got you to the finals, bro. Figure it out. Oh, we don't want to give him the Supermax. So? He just got you to the finals. Figure it out. Talking about we want to win now. What's closer to winning now than getting to the finals? This is literally the equivalent of the San Antonio Spurs trading Wemby for Kevin Durant or Kyrie. Like, you don't do that. Luka isn't even in his prime yet. He's still like 3 seasons away from his prime. Like, what are you doing? Nico might be as bad as Jerry Jones. I won't give him the Jerry Jones label because Jerry Jones been doing this for 3 decades now. But pretty bad. Luka's gonna destroy their franchise. Wemby for Giannis. Wemby for Giannis is a way better trade than AD for Luka. Luke for AD is like us trading for Curry. Yeah. I would say KD. I would say KD. And they lied about his weight. We saw the presentation's picture, and he looked nothing 270 pounds. They're throwing him under the bus, bro. Trying to find any... Like, the fact that you didn't come out and say that you're going to trade him because you didn't want a backlash. Of course, once you actually trade him, you're going to give some BS excuse because you don't want the backlash. He's a coward, bro. You don't do that. A horrible trade. Worst trade in NBA history. Hi, Clan. Hello, Blue. All right, y'all. I'm actually hopping off, though. Okay? I need to lay it down. Sleepy. AD has a good 3 years left. I guess Nico is at least being honest. Yeah, so stupid. All right. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to hop off. I'll be back Wednesday when we... I'll either be back Wednesday. Well, I'll definitely be back Wednesday when we play. Either that, or if something happens before then we'll hop on again, obviously, like tomorrow night or whatever. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay? Marvel Rivals? Probably not, bro. I'm like actually sleepy. I want to, but they've been putting me in loser queues lately, so I don't want to have to hop on it later. Appreciate the content. All right, man. I'll get with you guys later. Have a good night.